How you doing, guys? It's RT Money here. May pips and high percentages be upon you. What I want to do is break down this gold trade. All right. I gave you this setup in the Forex Weekly Forecast video that I put out on my channel. That channel's, if you want to see more of the videos, you hit the YouTube button where it says where you can find me. Hit the YouTube button and it'll take you straight to my channel, and you'll see that Forex Weekly Forecast video. Now, I gave you this setup on Saturday. Saturday, actually, it was up Sunday in the wee hours of the morning, but well before the market opened. All right, what I showed you was price had broken down to the down. Let me get a pointer here. Price had impulse to the downside, breaking this low here, a break of structure. It is. And when you have a break of structure, what price does, it goes back to impulse, a return to impulse. This is the impulse. All right. Now, what does a return to impulse mean? It means it's going back to the order block before the breakout. And where's that order block? Where's the first order block? Or the only order block really, is up here, all the way up here. So price, I'm expecting price when it breaks down here to travel all the way up, retest that order block, and then come back down. Why do I expect it to come back down? Because what price is doing is creating structure. Lower low, lower high. This is considered the same lower high, then a lower low. All right. What do you expect after this? A lower high to be made, right? And why do I expect it to go down lower? Because I expect the lower low to be made after that. Come on. Work with me, okay? Work with me. All right. So, how did that? Okay. So, what happens is, what do you do? What do you do? How do you act on it? As soon as price hits your order block, you make sure you have an alert set here with TradingView. You just left click, left click, and click add alert, create it, make sure it's at the edge of your order block so that you get alerted when it gets there, right? Then once price does alert you that it hits there, you go to the lower time frame. You go to the lower time frame to the 4 hour, right? And you want to see the price action in a little more detail. What are you looking for? You're looking for signs of exhaustion of that impulse that brought price up here. All right. You want to see that it gets exhausted in the order block so that you can see the potential for it to turn, to reverse. All right. And what do I see up here? I see price comes up here, doesn't leave a wick. All right. Just comes in one big block. Right. And then I'm looking at the time as well. This is on Friday, made that bullish push. Right. And then come Sunday at the open, it pushes up even higher. I thought this would happen because that's the way the markets usually open up on Sunday. They usually surge for liquidity and all, and then they come back and make their real move. All right, come the open, it moved up, gave us the wick, which is a sign of exhaustion, and started to come down and made this bearish engulfer. This is a high sign. What you want to see when you see a price return to an order block, especially a high time frame order block, uh, any order block, you want to see the reaction result in a bearish engulfer, something that says, "Hey, price is probably about to reverse." Then what do you do? What do you do? All right, you go down to a lower time frame so you can get an even a better look at the price action. So it made this bearish order block. We want to make note of that bearish order block, right? So uh, we mark it out, right, and keep it in mind. Now, what do I want to see when you get these bearish order blocks? Where's my pointer? I lost my pointer. Okay. All right. What do you want to see? Once it makes that bearish order block, you want to see it retested. You want to see price leave, give you a little daylight, and come back and retest it. All right. You want to see that retest of the order block, and that would be a great entry. All right. It's the first test, but it's a great entry on that. You want to see price, uh, what do you call it? Shift. You want to see a momentum shift from a bullish momentum to a bearish momentum. All right. That's what you're looking for, signs of that shift. Okay. And you want to see bearish order blocks being respected. All right, you want to see them tested and respected, because if the bearish order blocks are made one, two, and you start seeing them stack and that they're respected, then you see price is trending down, and you can determine through price impulsing past short-term lows like these. All right, a number of those short-term lows like these, and you can start to say, okay, there are more sellers here than buyers, and we have a momentum shift. Got it? Good. Now, so we'll wait patiently for price to come back and retest that order block, and it does right here. Perfect. But what do we do? What are you going to do at this time? What did I just tell you a minute ago? You wasn't paying attention. Go to the lower time frame. Why? Because you want to see price action up close and personal, right? You want to get a more detailed view of price action. And here's that retest. And we marked that retest right here because it made a bearish engulf. I mean, an order block, a bearish order block. You know it's a bearish order block by the way price leaves that level. Okay, this is a bullish bearish order block, and you want to make note of it because you're probably going to wait for price to come back and retest it. Right now, if you took your entry here on the retest of the bigger order block, which is a little more aggressive because there's only one um, uh, confirmation, you make sure you put your stop loss above the order block that you're entering in off of, right? And you set your TP at a low, at one of the lows. Like right here is a good spot where you think price could potentially reverse. And that's a bullish engulfer. That's an order block right there. So you want to make sure you TP there at the very least. All right. You can set your TP all the way down here for these lows, but make sure you're looking at the points where you think price has the potential to reverse. That's how you set your TPs. You got it? All right. That's that trade. All right. Now, how do we get over here? Well, what did I just say? I said we have a bearish order block, and we're going to wait patiently for it to be retested, right? And what happens as soon as price hits that order block? Because I had an alert here, right? You had your alert there, right? Because you paid attention, right? So what do? We go down to the lower time frame. I already told you that. All right. Let's go to the 5 minute. Why do I go to the 5 minute? Listen, I don't even go to the 5 minute. I go to the 1 minute because I like uh, the most snipish entries imaginable. Anyway, all right. Matter of fact, okay, here we go. So we see price made it up here. Now I'm looking for price to do what? Give me signs of exhaustion. Do we get that exhaustion signs? Yes. Look at those wicks. Look at those wicks. That's all we want. All right. And then I look for signs of reversal. What is a sign of reversal? Look for reversal patterns. What are we looking for? Something like that, like a head and shoulder. You know what I mean? Something that says, I'm on my way up. I made a higher. We made it higher, a higher, uh, a higher low, a higher high. Excuse me. But this last attempt, it was weak. Couldn't make it. Couldn't get any higher. This is your signs of reversal. Got it? And what did I get here? We're on our way up. You know, this one's up. This one's up. This one's up. You know, we're on our way up. Hey, we're at the peak. I tried, man. Couldn't get any higher. Oh, and it descends into profits for us, right? So we got that reversal sign. We have it in the order block. If you put your order block, if you put your entry right, oh man, I'm still writing. If you put your entry right at the entry, the beginning of this order block, you would have been straight. You just put your uh, uh, stop loss above the top, above the order block in which you're entering in on, and you would have been straight. You would have had a 22 what do you call it, a 22 pip stop, okay, and you set your TP at the lows. To your left, you always look to the left to set your TPs, and you just let it rip. This is a 1 to 3.51 RR a risk to reward trade. Okay, you bet $100 on this, you're going to get back 351. Okay, is that worthwhile? I'm sure you think it is. All right, now why did I how did I get a better entry? Well, how can you get a better entry? Let's put it that way. How can you get a better entry? You wait. You wait until you get those those uh uh um those signs, and you want to read your your uh your price action. All right. If you go to the 15, you can see clearly. All right, we came up in here, and we came up into this order block. Price did return, right? What did it do? What did I say earlier? It gave us a bearish engulfer. Didn't I say earlier that this is the best case situation because you're seeing a succession of bearish order blocks being created and respected upon retest? All right. If you see a succession of them being made and being respected, you have bearish momentum, certifiable. All right. Valid. You know what I'm saying? Legit. Okay. And we have that bearish order block here. I mean, we created a bearish order block here, and because it's a bearish order block, what do you wait for? You wait for it to be retested. Boom. You see that wick? That's the retest of this order block. Can you see it clearly? I'm trying to make it plain and simple for you. All right. That's how you get a legitimate sniper entry. Leave your stop loss above the order block on which you're entering on, but now your entry is up here as opposed to down here. And what does that do for your risk to reward? Look what it did. Now it's a 1 to 8.5, 8.55 RR, risk to reward. So you bet $100. You put 100. You risk $100 on this one. You're going to get back 855. Is that worth it to you? For me, yeah, it seems worthwhile. That's the secret. That's the sauce. That's how you get down with order blocks. Order blocks work, people. And let me give you another hint too. With TPs, make sure you're looking at another order block, an opposing one, because those are the ones that have the potential to turn price. Price only turns, listen to me, price only turns around, whether it's bullish or bearish, because it hit an order block. That's what turns price. All right. We can go into inefficiencies and imbalances and fair value gaps. We can go into that later in another breakdown. But for this breakdown, I hope you learned something. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. I hope you laughed at some of my jokes, and I hope you weren't annoyed by them. Okay. If you want to see more of these kind of trades and this strategy and my breakdowns, just check out the channel. Just hit that YouTube button down below this screen, and you'll see it where you can. It says where you can find me, and I will see you there. I'll see you in the next video. Okay.